Ladies and gentlemen, the commanding officer of Marine Light Attack Helicopter Squadron 467, Lieutenant Colonel Rido.
Now. All right. Hey, first off, impressive job out there. I've never seen a start to a retirement ceremony with a green truck like this. So this is one that many of you probably won't see again. So remember, it's pretty impressive. And going out in true style. I will tell you that when I found out I was going to do this, I thought, damn, I don't know gunning. That was really the first thing that popped into my mind. So I started looking into it a little bit, had him come sit down with me. When I took command, he was out getting surgery, you all know that. So I got to know him a little bit on the side, then I sat down with him, we went over his bio, we started looking at it, and lo and behold, the first thing that we find is that in May of 1989, both of our sorry rear ends were standing on the same yellow footprints at MCRD San Diego. Same series, or sorry, same company, different series. I dug through my attic this morning to find my boot camp yearbook, trying to find them, and it turns out they only book one series per yearbook, so we're in different yearbooks. But kind of neat to start together and then to get to finish with you today like this is a neat experience, I will tell you. 1989, right? May. Goes from there. He's going to be a mortarman, right? They say not so fast. You're going to go spend some time with Marine Security Detail there in Sasebo, Japan. Does that for 2 years, and then finally gets to when he gets done running around Japan, heads off to Weapons Platoon 1-4 there in Lejeune, and actually starts to finally get to hump that 60 mortar around. Does that for a full tour, a couple deployments there. With the 11th View, and then actually does a stateside deployment working with the DEA. He gets to the end of his contract and decides, you know what, I think I'm going to hang up my spurs, and gets out of the Marine Corps. Does that for a brief period of time. Actually gets trained to be a fireman, but probably more importantly meets his wife Nicole and starts a family. He decides in '95 to get back into the Marine Corps, and this time he's going to come swing with the wing. Goes to Millington, Tennessee to become an aircraft mechanic, and then on to 303 off of Crest to become a 6114. Finishes up that training and then moves right down the street to 367. And I've told him to buzz me anytime I get this wrong, right? Moves down the street to 367 and ends up doing a full tour there with them. Two deployments with the and both times to the 31st View. Decides that Southern California is not quite warm enough for him, so he moves eastward to Umasar. Correct so far? All right. Does a full tour with Umasar there, and then at the completion of that tour, let's back up real quick though. With 367, he also picks up his wings, becomes a secondary there for a crew chief. Heads out to Umasar, and then at the completion of the tour with Umasar, he comes east and joins the gun runners of 269. I had just left about a year prior to that, otherwise we would have hooked up a little soon. He spends a full tour there with 269, and at the completion of those, he does a couple of new deployments, I believe, with them. No? Buzz. See, first buzz. Iraq, I apologize. Completion with 269, and then he heads over to CCAD, Corpus Christi. Falls in love with Texas. His family falls in love with Texas. And he becomes the Marine of One. You've heard of the Army of One. He becomes the Marine of One. Actually, when he gets there, billet-wise, he creates a billet that before that didn't quite exist. Working with NAV ICP and with PMA 276, and to this day we staff that billet, and it's crucial to what we do. Completion of CCAD, he then comes up and joins us. Stands up, flank owner here at 467, and is the flight line chief. And you all know what he's done here. I would tell you that it's been a full tour, or full career. He's touched a lot of lives. And I would tell you that I appreciate that the prayer that we had to kick this off in terms of remembering, what you plan for, what you do, and what you wish to have done. I don't think he's got any regrets. We talked about that. He feels that he has left a mark wherever he's been. I will tell you he's left a mark here. And I think we are definitely better for having had him. And I think the Marines are better for having served with him. So with that, I wish you, Nicole, and the boys all the best as you transition to this next chapter of your life. I know you're going to do great things, and we'll miss you. All right, Semper Fi.
I'll keep this real short because I don't like talking in front of a lot of people, but thanks everybody for coming. I know you guys on the flight schedule, so you had to be here, correct? I know. Hey, first person I'd like to thank is in here right now. She passed away in 2005 with my mother. If it wasn't for her pushing me, I never would have started this mission. God rest her soul. Then people I'd like to thank, of course, my wife, my children. They're my everything. If it wasn't for them, I wouldn't be here today. I'd have got a long time ago and probably be sitting in a cardboard box somewhere enjoying life. But as I look out behind me, I look out in front of me, I see everybody out there. You guys are all my shipmates. I see a lot of you that I can call my friend. And I name a few by name if you don't mind. Got any Port? You're one of them. I'll always remember you. Got any Woody? Got any Rod? Got any Frank Core? If you send me another MOL thing, I swear. Bunch of got Major Scott, Major Ritmar. You guys are all just. I'm gonna miss every single one of you. I'll tell you that right now. I'm gonna miss it a lot. Tomorrow morning when I get up, there'll be a big weight off of my shoulders. I can tell you that right now. But it's not gonna be a weight that I want to leave. But sometimes you just gotta go. So just remember that whether you do 4 years or you do 20 years, you started that path and you're doing what you need to do in life. And everybody's going to look up to you and respect you for that. So once again, thank you everybody.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise for the departure of Gunnery Sergeant Franklin and the playing of Anchors Aweigh and the Marines Hymn. this Marine has stood the watch. While some of us were in school learning our trade, this Marine has stood the watch. And yes, even before some of us were born into this world, this Marine stood the watch. In those years when the storm clouds of war were seen brewing on the horizon of history, he stood the watch. Many times he would cast an eye ashore and see his family standing there, needing his guidance and help, needing that hand to hold during those hard times. But he still stood the watch. He stood the watch for over 20 years. He stood the watch so that we, our families, and our fellow countrymen could sleep soundly in safety each and every night, knowing that this Marine would stand the watch. Today, we are here to say, Marine, the watch stands relieved. Relieved by those you have trained, guided, and led. Gunnery Sergeant Franklin, you stand relieved. We have the watch. Gunnery Sergeant Franklin, departing.
Company Commander! This is your company! Aye, sir!
Ladies and gentlemen, this concludes today's ceremony. On behalf of the commanding officer, Lieutenant Colonel Ryder, and the Marines of Marine Light Attack Helicopter Squadron 467, we thank you for your attendance.